Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
Top 10 shows you shouldn't watch with your parents. 10. Oz 1997 to 2003. Yeah, this definitely isn't family-friendly viewing. Although the show is a well-scripted and well-acted look into the grim realities of prison life, it's also teeming with profanity, racial violence, and horrible sexual assaults. It's not exactly the type of thing you hunker down to watch for a marathon viewing session with your folks. Unless you're cool with your parents like that. In which case, have fun. 9. The L Word 2004 to 2009. There's a time and a place to get into some steamy sex scenes on TV, and sitting next to your parents generally isn't one of them. This show focuses on the lives and loves of a close-knit group of lesbians in West Hollywood. While the passionate love scenes are some of the most titillating elements of the show, it's a little embarrassing to have to sit through with your folks. 8. Californication 2007. If you and your parents thought this was going to be the X-Files 2.0 because you saw David Duchovny on TV, oh how wrong you were. The word fornication is right there in the title. Sure, he's a debauched writer who drinks a lot and has sex even more, that's what makes the show exciting. But it's a little gross when your dad gets super into it. 7. Shameless 2011. When your dad's a deadbeat alcoholic, you're probably going to get into some less than savory activities. And when you're an unsupervised teen, or just a horny adult, a lot of those activities involve sex. Unfortunately for family viewers of the show, a lot of that sex happens on screen, shamelessly. What's even better is you can almost guarantee that you're going to see someone getting busy almost every episode. 6. Skins 2007 to 2013. The American version of this show was canceled due to its sexual content. That should have been the first warning. While the series acknowledged that many teens do actually go all the way a lot, it's not something most parents like to think about. Especially not while they're sitting right next to their teenager, who may or may not be into that life. You can almost feel the disapproval radiating in your direction. 5. Sex Education, Netflix. Raise your hand if your parents spoke to you about sex when you were growing up. You would think after shielding the joys and hot tears associated with fornication from us, our parents would support us watching a show like this. Let me break it to you, no matter how old you get, your parents will still think sex is bad for you. So if you're thinking of watching this show with your family, read the title and receive small sense. 4. Hung 2009 to 2011. The entire premise of the show centers on a high school gym teacher who becomes a male prostitute to make ends meet. He also happens to be remarkably endowed, hence the title. There are plenty of sex scenes, since that's his job, in addition to full-on nudity and other less-than-righteous deeds. Why this would seem like awesome viewing for parental quality time is beyond us. 3. True Blood 2008 to 2014. You'd think that a show about vampires and werewolves and other mythical creatures wouldn't be that awkward to watch with your folks. But the opening sequence with half-naked women and highly suggestive dancing should have been clue number 1. Number 2 should have been every episode ever. It's a show that regularly features bare-naked butt cracks, boobs, and a bunch of other great stuff. But it's not so great when your parents are watching your every move. 2. Spartacus, Stars. It was inappropriate then, it is inappropriate now. A word is enough for the wise. 1. Game of Thrones 2011. There's more sex in this show than you can shake an iron throne at. It also has more viciously brutal murders than you'd probably care to visually experience with your immediate relatives. While the show is addictive to watch, oftentimes for the sex and violence, it might be too much for the folks.